Some beautiful memories there. Two multi-award-winning international gospel artists, Donnie, McCurklin and CeCe Winans, are in South Africa. They're visiting the country to give two special performances, one in Durban and one in Johannesburg. In studio with me, I have got the legendary CeCe Winans. So nice to have you. And joining her is Zanele Mbokazi, who is the president of the SABC Crown Gospel Music Awards. Good to have you. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the excitement of viewers out there that you are here in South Africa and on the show is immense.
Awesome.
It's
awesome.
a nice feeling to be so loved, isn't it?
Great feeling, and I love it. Every time I come here, I'm blessed by the people. You know, I come to sing, but when I do the concerts, they sing for me.
That's one nice thing about South Africans.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
take over. We just sing for you. It's
in such a beautiful way, though. I love
lovely.
it. Yes.
When was the last time you were in the country?
Oh, it's been a little while now. I think the last time I came was with my brother, Phoebe.
Yeah?
Yeah, so, but it's been a few years.
Gee,
Yeah, I can't keep up, but it's been a while.
I can imagine. And I mean, obviously SABC still bringing and the gospel music here in this country is just massive. It's a huge following.
Absolutely. From the SABC Crown Gospel Music Awards, we're very excited, we're humbled, we're happy that she is here, and we know that the two concerts are going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, already our audiences have given her a list of songs that she has to perform.
Oh my gosh.
You know, they've literally told her which songs. Mercy said no.
Mercy said
Tops
no.
the list.
Yeah, of course.
That's the number one song.
That's the number one
song.
here.
I can't believe it. All right. CeCe, performing in South Africa, I mean, what does it mean for you to be here in this country?
Well, you know, every time I come to South Africa, and Africa really, period, it's like coming home.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time when I came, I was just so, it's like, wow, the richness that's here, the heritage that's here, the fight that's here, you know, for justice. And so it's amazing to meet your brothers and sisters who have followed you all these years, you know, and then finally to come and see them face to face. So it's always really, really special to come together, to sing God's praises, and to connect with my brothers and sisters here.
Yeah. And we talk about brothers and sisters like you need more brothers and sisters. With all due respect, you have got 10 siblings.
That is funny, yes. It's funny because me being in concert even with Donnie McCurkin, he's like another brother of mine, right? And I said, look, I already have 7 brothers. I don't need any more brothers.
You don't need any more. You don't need any more. But how is it possible that there are 10 of you and all of you are musical?
All of us. Well,
I mean, your parents.
My mom and dad started this thing. They both met in a choir when they were like 15 years old. And my mom had one sister. My father was the only child. They came together and said, you know what, we'll never be lonely again.
Wow. Wow. And then
7 boys straight.
Yeah.
I was the first girl and I have 2 younger sisters.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and we all sing.
And then you teamed up with Bibi, who is Benjamin's your youngest.
Benjamin,
that's your youngest brother. Yeah.
He's the youngest.
He's the baby.
But he's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
Let's not get that confused.
Okay, so all right, let's just get that straight. Okay, so you're the younger one out of the CeCe
out of us
and Bibi
too, but
clan.
he's the youngest brother. Yes.
So why him? Was it the two of you gelled?
No. I mean, we come from, all of my family is close, but we were close together growing up, you know, in school. But we both got called to audition for a TV show years ago when I was probably 17, so he was 19, and we made it on that show, and they gave us one song to sing together. Yeah. And the rest is history.
Wow. And that was when you just gelled and it all made sense.
Exactly.
And then you went solo. And I mean, was it quite daunting for you to go solo, or was it time? Was that something you felt you needed?
It was both. When we signed as a duo, we signed to do solo projects at the same time. So we knew we would do it. We just didn't know when, the time. And so, but for me, it was time for us both, but very scary for me. Yeah. Because I was used to depending on my big brother. Yeah. You know. So when I got in the studio and I started singing and I didn't hear his voice, I was like, oh no.
Oh wow.
People might not like this.
Yeah.
but
they did.
It worked.
And
yes,
they loved it.
They did.
I mean, that was when you really, I mean, you were always known as a duo, but I mean, that was when you took off. It was massive for you then.
Yeah, it was. They embraced it. The world embraced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So it was
amazing.
a good surprise.
Yeah, we're playing a clip now with you and Whitney singing. And
Yeah.
the two of you were phenomenal friends.
Yes.
Yeah. That must have been a
Yes.
very sad time for you.
Yeah. Every time I see it, it's like a happy, sad moment.
I know.
Extremely sad. I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you're actually godmother to Bobby Christina.
Bobby Christina, yes.
How is she coping? How is she doing?
well, just still need a lot of prayer. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's still rough. I mean, it's still rough for the public, you know, people who really didn't even know her, but just knew her through the music. So you can only imagine the grief and the sorrow for it, you know, for her daughter, her only child.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, we hear, and I'm talking on behalf of the SABC, you know, we've lost somebody very close. The co-anchor of this show also just passed away
really?
just over a week ago.
Oh,
so we're
sorry.
feeling that loss and that sadness here in the country. And it is very rough.
It
but,
is.
You know, it's this most amazing thing where life just has to go on.
It keeps going.
And I mean, you know, this is something that you profess in what you say.
Yeah, well, you know what? The God that we serve is faithful.
Yeah.
And when you suffer a loss like that, you have to just take one day at a time. You know, when I lost my father and I also lost one of my second eldest brother, it was rough, really rough. But the God that we serve never lets you down. You know, and every day he gives you the strength to keep going. So I just want to encourage you and those who have lost loved ones, you know, to just put your faith in God, and then every day it'll get easier. I don't think the pain ever leaves.
No,
but you can cope. Life does go on.
Yeah, it has to go on.
It has to go on.
And I tell you, this is one of the most real things, how life just has to click back into place, and you just got to keep on going. You know, somebody once said to me, you're born and you have a birth certificate when you're born, but your death certificate's up there. That date is there.
That date is there. It's for all of us.
That's it.
So every day you want to live a life that, as if it was your last day. You want to love God with all of your heart, and we want to love one another.
Are these some of the messages that you get across? Because I mean, you're not only I have to apologize. I've veered off here. We're going to talk just now. I promise you, we're going to talk just now. You're going to talk logistics with me just now.
Okay, this is her moment.
This is CeCe's moment. CeCe, I mean, you're also an author. You know, it's not, you don't just sing. I mean, you also write. Where do you find time to sit and write? Does it sort of link in with your music, writing writing books? Is it an extension of
Yes,
yourself?
I have to put it all together. It is an extension.
Yeah.
And it's just what you said, it's my life. We live a life that is hopefully always pleasing to God, but always giving out positive messages, always giving out life. You know, we live in a time where so many things wrong. So many things that we go through, so many broken hearts. And so every time we get a platform, whether it's through a book or a stage, somebody brings me in to do a concert, it's always to give life, to give hope to people.
Yeah. And you do. I mean, you give hope. It's amazing how music gives hope. It's the most uplifting thing in the world.
You're right. You're right. The most powerful.
It's a gift to be able to sing like how you sing and just lift people.
You.
And you've been rewarded many times over.
Yes.
Let's just talk about the Grammys. 10 Grammys to your name. 21 nominations.
Amazing.
Does it ever end? Does the excitement of these rewards? Does it diminish, or does it get better because you realize I'm getting older, I've been around for a while, and yet everyone still appreciates what I do?
Well, I think it's both. It diminishes because my first one, of course, is like, oh, you're so excited. But then you realize you begin to appreciate in a different way. Because every time you get pat on the back or you get encouraged by your peers, it lets me know that I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? I don't do what I do for awards. But when I hear the testimonies, when I hear how my music has changed people's lives, or when my music has been able to go outside of the gospel arena and out into the world, that makes me feel like, okay, yes, this is why I do what I do, not for awards, but to touch lives and to change lives.
Yeah. It's incredible. Okay, Zanele, let's talk a little bit of logistics now. All right, now
she has all the facts.
You got the
she
facts.
Knows everything.
You know
Absolutely,
everything. All right.
absolutely.
Talk to us about the performances. How's it going to all happen? When, where, times, tickets? Are they available?
Well, what we didn't talk about is that she is being joined. She's not alone. Donnie McCurklin is also here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So they are doing the concerts together.
Yeah.
We are in Durban tomorrow, Friday night, at the Jesus Dome, the Durban Christian Center, starting at 6 p.m. And on Sunday, we are here in Soweto, in Johannesburg, at the Grace Bible Church.
Yeah.
So if you're at home and you still don't have your ticket, make sure You cannot afford to miss CeCe and Donnie together.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Oh,
it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be fun.
It's
is
gonna
there
be
enough
amazing.
space for the demand? Because I can imagine there's a huge demand
There's a
for this.
huge demand, but they wanted to be sure that she is here.
Yeah.
And I'm saying she is
We're
definitely
here early in the morning. We're here.
We are here. And the tickets are available?
The tickets
there
are still available
tickets.
at CompuTicket and ShopRite, yes.
All right. And how much are the tickets?
400 rand.
So they're 400 rand? Okay.
Yes.
So that's the
Yes.
tickets. What else have you got planned for us this year? I'm sure you've got lots up your
Well,
sleeve.
we've got the SABC Crown Gospel Music Awards again.
Yes.
The 6th edition coming out later on in the year, in November. So it's going to be amazing. Don't look at me like that, because I'm going to be telling the listeners that you're coming down. So yes, we're having our 6th edition later on in the year. It's going to be exciting, as usual.
And you know, I'm seeing what everybody's saying here on Twitter, and I think one of the biggest things is people they want to see CeCe in their part of South Africa,
not just
Durban.
parts. What are the other
well,
parts?
the one that's jumping
So she
out at
has
me
work
here
to
is Bloemfontein.
Cape Town and
Cape Town,
Bloemfontein,
Bloem.
we've received a lot of calls.
They need.
She's going to come back.
They're begging. South Africa welcoming you, a huge fan. Hope you enjoy every moment of this beautiful country. Welcome, CeCe. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
I'm trying to see if there's any questions, because people shout at me when I don't ask their questions. Everybody thinks I'm just blessed because I'm interviewing you. I know I'm blessed. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Please, Leanne, can you ask CeCe what happened to the girl with the colourful hair who was on Sunday Best? A very good
Colorful
singer.
hair.
Who's this now?
Okay, Sunday Best is a show that I'm one of the judges on.
Okay.
And so tell her, I guess she didn't score high enough. I loved her hair too, though.
Okay. So she didn't score high enough. She didn't go through.
Right, she didn't make it through.
Okay, all right. Well, there's lots of other
The
other
colourful
questions,
hair.
but the colourful hair. That's what she
I
was
remember
known
the
for.
one she started.
And then we're getting people to ask you to sing.
Oh.
Would you grace us with something? With one
Just a
chorus?
line.
Just a line, just a song. Lift us to another level. We always
Let
do
me
this.
see.
Give them a
I'm
taste
trying to
of what
think.
they're going to be getting in Durban and Johannesburg.
Oh, wow. You know it's very early in the morning, you guys.
I know it's evil of us.
You know that already, huh? Let me see. Mercy said, no, I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you slip away. You don't have to be afraid. Mercy said, no, sin will never take control. Life and death stood face to face. Darkness tried to steal my heart away. But thank you, Jesus. Mercy said no.
Thank you. That was beautiful. CeCe Winans on Morning Live. In concert live. Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
being our
God
guest
bless
here on
you.
Morning Live. That was amazing. Zanele, thank you for being with
Thank
us
you
as
very,
well.
very much. What I didn't mention is
Yeah.
that the concert is called Ahlome.
Yes.
Which means pick up your spiritual weapons. So when they go to CompuTicket, Ahlome with Donnie, McClurkin and CeCe Winans.
Okay.
Ahlome.
Ahlome.
Yes.
Tell me more about it. What does that mean?
Literally means get your spiritual weapons.
Get your spiritual
yes,
weapons.
gear up for war.
Yeah.
You know, we are not fighting against flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood, that's right.
basically.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, thank you. Have a
Thank
lovely day. I know
you.
you've lots of media interviews coming your way. I'm glad we could kick it off for you.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's take a break here on Morning Live.